Well, what a long offseason it was. The good news, we're back. I'm here to walk you through what just transpired and what we have to look forward to in the coming week. Prime time pain. Going into Monday Night Football, Randall had a 7% chance to steal a win. He entered Tuesday morning with a 0% chance of fucking Winkler's fantasy wife. Randall owned last year's slimmest margin of defeat at .06. As it stands, he is the proud owner of this year's margin of .78. Hopefully he isn't a scheduling victim again this year.
Just started praying. I was in pain, but I trust my teammates. We kept fighting, we never gave up, so all the glory belongs to God. He's the one that brought me through.
Bench blues. Jarrett fought valiantly in his Week 1 effort, albeit primarily on his bench. The 37.76 points left in the balance would have made all the difference in this 31.5 point defeat. Brr. Blowout alert! Oz and the League of Extraordinary Drafters completely demolished JD's squad to open the season, just narrowly missing out on an opportunity to secure this season's first double down. It definitely didn't help that both Dak and Chris Godwin left their contests prematurely. By the looks of the final score in this matchup, however, it definitely wouldn't have made a difference.
Yeah, just pain. It was pain everywhere. So we got to keep on pushing through and being resilient.
Jammed gears. Jamari admittedly failed to swap out an inactive player ahead of an early kickoff window. I wonder what he was doing the night before.
Where you at, Jared?
Had he played the benched equivalent, he'd have narrowly won. Instead, Tim escapes with a victory. Tim appears to be taking a Wheeler approach to his roster management. Can't make this up, folks. Tim possesses 3 QBs, 3 IDPs, 3 tight ends, and 2 defensive players. How is that possible, you ask? He has 0 running backs and wide receivers on his bench. Praying for good health? High five. I would like to highlight that if you voted that Wheeler would have 6+ QBs and kickers combined, you're a winner. With a whopping 5 QBs, Wheeler threw his way into a Week 1 dub against Brady, who was rostering 4 Saints players. Maybe that's the issue. The Brady bench bunch could have saved him this week, but it's always hard to predict Week 1 performances. These two might see each other come playoffs. Fun fact, going into this week, Wheeler's overall record in this league was 20-20. This victory put him above 500 for a win percentage. Congrats, man. Try to make the draft party next year. Fire and ice. Tad gratuitously gave newcomer Will a slippery, yet subtly warm Fags welcome. Of his 2 rostered Eagles players, Tad simply played the wrong one. Never would have imagined that Gainwell would prove to be more valuable than Smith, but here we are. Will's 2 wide receivers registered a 60-point burger, and that never hurts the bottom line. Hey, give Whitney my best. Double digits. Corey did what he is always known to do, score. With the exception of round 1 of the 2021 FFL playoffs. Oyo! What is remarkable to note is that every active player on his bench amassed 10 or more points. Chef's kiss. Alex stood no mathematical chance at victory this week, but this is a marathon, not a sprint. Let's get a quick Week 2 preview, fags. For the first time this season, Jared is favored. Both he and Alex are coming off of Week 1 L's, so one of them will begin a winning streak while the other adds to theirs. Who's it gonna be? Oz and Tad square up in this week's second highest projected total. Oz has a rejuvenated campaign going for him this year, and Tad would love to spoil that. Is Trash Juice going to make Oz's team look like ass juice? Damn, now I'm thirsty. Coming off of his eked out Monday Night Football clinch, Winkler faces Will. This is one of only 2 matchups this week featuring undefeated teams. Winkler blew a whopping $40 in free agency money this week to secure Jeff Wilson and Tatum Hill. Congrats? Desperate drafts call for desperate waiver wire bids. This gives Winkler an average of $4 per remaining week. Gosh, I hope it was worth it. Will has used his free agent budget like I used condoms in college. And like me in college, he's still favored to fuck regardless. Our other clash of undefeated teams features Wheeler versus Corey. It is worth noting that Wheeler has the whitest team in the league. No, quite literally. With 8.5 Caucasians, he boasts an astounding 50%. For perspective, his opponent this week has 1.5 Caucasians. I bet Wheeler would totally slay fantasy hockey.
Bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Aside from that, both of these managers were in last year's playoff, and both managers are coming off of tasting victory last week. After Corey's performance last week, you cannot help but perceive Wheeler as the underdog. JD looks to avenge his Cowboys with an upset over Tim, who really loves the Eagles. Tim has gotten off to a solid start this campaign. JD tied last year for the longest streak of 9 wins. Is this the week where he begins a similar streak? Is Tim finally ready to transcend from his usual Cinderella role? Currently slated to be a landslide victory for Randall, these two defeateds go at it like two crack whores arguing over the least dirty syringe to shoot up with. Who gets crowned Lot Lizard of the Week? Brady, make me a trade offer involving Kamara and I'll probably accept it. Randall, make me a trade offer with someone I've actually seen on TV and I'll be open to that one too. In our matchup of the week. In what is also the highest projected matchup, Jamari and Jaren face off the same week that their fanhoods are pitted against each other. Jamari deemed Jaren's wager on the Vikings to be too rich for his blood, but will he shy away from a fantasy wager as well? Jamari is never an easy out for Jaren, as he is 1-2 all-time against Jamari with that solo win coming during last year's championship run. Will Jamari actually remember to set his lineup? Please keep in mind that win or lose, scoring points is the objective. When it comes down to playoff seeding, the first tiebreak is head-to-head. The second tiebreak is points differential. Top 7 teams make the playoffs, and the top overall seed is awarded a first-round bye. Don't forget to set your lineups, and have a great week. This week's tribute goes out to Tim. Enjoy.